Hey guys, let's look at a kadoban game I played yesterday with Sprang. I pushed him to 6 stones. He pushed me back to 5, and this is our first game at 5. In this position, we all know A, very common, B, common, C, less common. I like C. I thought I'd try it. I used to play it a lot more when I was 5 down. Here, black has 2 options. White's going to end up being pretty thick here, so no need for the 4th line. So black can play A. 3rd line, nice and settled. Let's just look at it. Black fixes. Sente to kill, right? Because black can play this way and kill white. So white might play this, but has to come back and take. And then we don't need to save those black stones because so we could save if we want, which is fine, or play away, either case. Okay. Or go the way the game did, connect this side and let this happen. And let's look at that just a second. Black goes to kill, white captures the cutting stones, black captures the cutting stones. And white's got a lot of center thickness, good for life, and can attack the top if he wants to, that kind of thing. Well, that happened, except black played this way, which allows for, there's some weakness here, which can be helpful to white. Okay, I did my attack. He went to connect under, finding life. I take, it's not sente, but helpful. And he starts to get out, which all seems reasonable. Surround. He gets out. There's a lot about this move I like. It's clearly building the entire right side, area 1. I mean, it's pretty much like he has a 10 high line wall facing the right. That's nice. Also, I'm very cut through the 2 area, right? And he's defending the whole 3 situation. So it's a very good looking move. I went this way. Let's check it out. If I connect, let's say this connects. What else have I done? Nothing. I've connected. Okay. I don't like that. And I'm not even sure I'm connected, but we'll call it a connection. I don't feel like I'm doing very much. So I went this way. Looks like I'm about to get an eye. Feels like sente. He connects. Still, if I connect, I'm back in the position of I'm not sure what I've accomplished. So I kept going. I'd love to get out that way. So I'm saying I have an A group out in the B area, right? I'm about to turn. I have a C group on the left. And then there's these 3 little D stones that, well, black's basically fine on both sides. So what good are they? That's the picture I'm doing here. Oh, I went this way first. Try to do some sort of little disconnection thing. So is it worthwhile to me to stop A and B from connecting? I think so, because I think the corner's alive, but even if it were to have 2 eyes, I still get in-game against it, which will brings me health and points, reduces him, good for quote, that's all that kind of stuff. and his B group has no eyes. So yeah, I would like to save without him connecting under. So I connected this way. It's an ugly shape, but if he is to cut, I'm all connected. And that's how the game went. He plays, I play, and he starts the attack. This attack states my A group is fine. I think I agree with that. My B group's entirely out. I have to agree with that. Therefore, I'm attacking your C group. Seems perfect. I decided against, I can do this first if I want. The big reason I didn't is it's hard to attack those three stones, those three black stones. If I play this way, how's he going to play so that it's hard to attack the one? The one's a target, even if he, whatever he does, I think I can continue to bother it. That's why I went this way. And I need help, so I'm trying to bother it. So here I am affecting both sides. This is a classic bad move. Pushing from behind, squirting white out. They usually think of it as through a hose. It's the most efficient thing for white is this black-white exchange with black on both sides. So black should perhaps be thinking about this, except for the elephant eye. Here, except for the knight's move, it makes it a little bit weak. Here, and if black presses, then we have the hane. That's very nice. So perhaps that way. But when black plays this way, I hurt both in one move. He fixes. Here's one way out. Boom, boom. And I'm getting out quickly. And I'm not necessarily against this, but it did hurt my two cutting stones at A. Well, I could treat them as one eye and give them up. Yeah. And maybe it's best. I feel like I've helped him and I don't want to help him. So I went in the other direction, went this way, which is gote, but my next move is sente. Seems reasonable. Attacking white. No. I take my sente. Now I feel much better for my group being able to get out easily. And now I start attacking the A group. Tari. This is the driving Chasuji. So we see that group getting hurt, right? So black should be seeing this. He wants to save to keep the B group weak, but he's got to focus on his A group. Are they cut? Let's say so I play here and he plays away. The question is he cut here? Well, double Atari, so no. Okay. However, if he goes this way, Atari, connect, that's a little weak. So it looks like he can just play away, or rather start attacking. I went here, start attacking. How do you attack this group? Play from your weak group, so this way. Yeah, this is the move. Fierce attack on top. If white says, you fool, Really? Well, I guess I can do it this way. And that's an absolute capture in Sente. Yeah. But this white group's in pretty bad shape. He tries to hang on to both. It's a classic mistake for Go players, is to try to save everything. He's trying to catch me in a loose ladder, but when I capture, I say Atari. So when he does it, I capture and I'm virtually alive. He's dead on top. If his A group is dead, then my B group's alive, as long as I have 3 liberties, and I've got way more than 3. Okay, so here we are, and we saw the problem with trying to do too much is you end up being too weak. Okay, black to play. Connect there. Well, let's walk through. Is black okay? Let me get my AB out. His A group, yeah. Yes, it's surrounded, but there's a lot of space there. I think it's just going to live comfortably. If we assume that's true, and we know his B group is just dead. Okay, so next question would be this A group. Well, let's cut there. Yes, it's cut. And if white captures, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points in double gote. He can save 10 points for a whole move, or I can take it for a whole move. Are they valuable? No. White's alive on both sides because black's dead on top. So they're not cutting stones. They don't surround territory. Not very useful. So give them up. What else is going on? Black center's a bit awkward. And there's no white stones on the bottom. So starting to build a situation there. How about this way? Even if I go for, well, worst case scenario, we can always Atari and connect. And at the moment, would probably save, but this looks like the right move. He goes to save. Well, that means I get a free move. Doesn't that center group look heavy? No eyes, nothing to sacrifice other than one little stone there. Make my threat. Okay. I want to be able to get through the knight's move. I also want to be able to come under if I want to. So I start here, a little bit of a threat there, and I'm threatening the knight's move, and let's say he fixes that. I can come all the way to here. Okay, he plays this way. I toss in some stuff just to, oh, I get a ko. That's right, I forgot about that. So what should he do here? If here, and I capture, threat, and boom, boom, sente, right, to kill, he's got to save 2 eyes. So he can just live here. Okay, so I play here. He goes for the ko rather than for life. Now, being able to read that in the middle of a game with the clock running, it's just hard to do. Very happy to get the ko. Ko threat to cut. If I cut his center group, totally separated, no eyes, very heavy. Also, his 2 stones on the left, heavy. He plays once, okay. I disconnect. Let's do that again. threat, save, inco, connect. Okay. So he has 2 weak groups now. Perfect. Yeah. Now let's remember my A groups, my A stone is connected and alive to a group because B's dead. A little detail like that, you forget and you start saying, oh, I'm going to attack the A group. But all they need is 3 liberties. 2 liberties now. Okay. This Atari. My guess is this Atari is the kind of move that Q players just don't get. They wouldn't play this, but let's check it out. If black plays there, he's completely out. He's getting eye shape. Is this Sente? Yeah. And this is Sente. If I play it, I have access to the right, and his group has, again, no shape. It's an important move, seems to me. When Nine Dawn says this is an important move, I tend to trust it. When I say it's an important move, you might go, well, think about it. Doesn't mean it's true. Okay, he plays a big move. This tends to be a non-practical type of move that's most likely going to be used. Probably will get profit, but not necessarily. But in this case, it's great on the left, good on the right, and important in the center. So I think that's a perfect timing. I should have started a timer. How long has this been? Let me do a little bit more, and we might make it a 2-parter because I'm trying to make the videos 15 to 20 minutes each, rather than sometimes a review like this goes on for an hour. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Get my forcing moves in because I want to attack this center group, so I want my wall as much of a wall as I can get. I go for the attack. Black didn't get out that way. So he separated me, but the upper left white group alive. So I only have to worry about these 3 stones. I don't even have to worry about the other 3 stones on the left. They're not part of the fight. They're going to be useful, but they're not that important. But I do get this, which kills. Is that correct? If black tries to run, yeah, they're just dead. So that's really beneficial. That means my center stones are alive rather than they have to defend themselves. That's huge. When I first cut, I assumed I'd just get a couple forcing moves in. And later I go, wait a minute, I'm actually alive now. Black gets out. Get my forcing move in. Faced with the knight's move. Is there any reason not to cut? If I submit, he's getting eye shape, he's getting out. I went ahead and I cut, thinking at least I'll get points. Sometimes we just turn, but notice it's not a jump, it's a step. If the jump works, play the jump. It's faster, doing more. Nearly all the time. Okay, now I have a group that's not attached. Get out. And anytime you do that, you have to make sure that this is still safe, right? Which I don't believe it is anymore because of this. So danger. I don't think I saw that in the game. It's been a long day, and this was played in the morning, and now it's nighttime. So I'm like, well, what was I thinking? Yeah, so this is really dangerous for me. Wow, I did not realize. Now I'm concerned I'm still missing something, but let's continue. Boom, boom. Here, he used it up. He didn't realize. Oh, that's very pleasant for me. And that's Gote. I'm still connected, still alive. And the two stones he just captured, not important. He can say double Atari, but I just captured. There's some size here. And it's not small, but I would want to defend my group on the right. Do my chasing. So now my A group is healthy because I will either capture the cutting stone, and if he saves that, then I can live on the side. Okay, so my A group is fine. He plays here, still fine. That's a problem. Okay. I used to be able to live, let's just put it here, because I had this move for space. Once he comes down, my space is leaving. So I should be killing the cutting stones or living. I don't. I go for the kill. Clear mistake. I kept thinking, I have Mia. What's the problem? I didn't realize that him playing here meant I don't really have Mia anymore. Life's going to be a real burden. So this is me going for the kill, and I was just in my head, I'm like, I'm fine, I got Mia. I don't have Mia. Okay. So I finally realize I'm not doing well. I pull back thinking, okay, I'm dead. He wins. He went for the kill when I was already dead. That allowed me to live in the corner. He totally had me. So I went too hard to kill. I'm so focused on killing, I didn't realize my group was weak. And finally, I'm forced to live, and he goes for the kill too much. And so we have all of this stuff. And he resigns there because his beat group is dead. Now the upper right group is dead, and it's just way over. Okay. Hopefully you saw some stuff that was helpful, and we'll catch you all later.